GLD ePortfolio Concepts, Theories, and Frameworks. In the previous video, we briefly covered the requirement of including a concept, theory, or framework in a key insight essay. In this video, we'll explore in depth what is considered a concept, theory, or framework, and why it's important to go beyond soft skills into something more concrete. A look back at previous syllabi or reviewing your old Blackboard courses for assignments and projects can be a great way to remind yourself of the concepts, theories, and frameworks you learned from previous courses. Including a specific concept, theory, or framework in your key insight helps to create connections that are more compelling and unique to you. When you include a concept, theory, or framework in your key insight, you'll need to be sure to describe and define it well. Try not to assume that your reader will automatically understand what you're describing. In fact, it's better to assume that your reader may actually be learning about this concept for the very first time, so think of it as an opportunity to flex your experience. Remember, it's not enough to simply say, "I learned this concept in class." You'll need to thoroughly explain what the concept is, what you learned about it, and how you learned it. What is and is not considered a concept, theory, or framework? Concepts or theories are notions or ideas which can be clearly defined and articulated, such as social determinants of health, cellular theory, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Frameworks encompass a set of ideas or facts that produce a conceptual support or structure for something, such as a model of professional practice or a way of thinking. A SWOT analysis in business or the shared leadership model are two examples of frameworks. Soft skills are not considered concepts, theories, or frameworks. Soft skills include things like being a good communicator or listener, having or possessing empathy, or appreciating diversity. While these are absolutely important and do play a role in our lives, and an important one, we won't be focusing on them to meet this element of a key insight essay. How can you turn a soft skill into a concept, theory, or framework? Let's consider the soft skill of communication. Being a good communicator or simply possessing the innate skill of communicating is something that almost any college student should be able to claim. On its own, there's not much about this general soft skill that makes it compelling or unique. However, there are ways to turn this soft skill into something that tells a more effective story that encompasses your specific skill set and learning. Consider adding context to help turn a soft skill into a concept, theory, or framework. In our example, we'll consider how being a good communicator might be specifically utilized in a particular field, and then examine how the following fields might view being a good communicator a little bit differently. For example, in journalism, being a good communicator might mean that you need to understand how to tailor your messaging to a specific audience to garner support for a topic or a cause. In engineering, being a good communicator might mean understanding how to break down complex topics and communicate them to other people in lay terms to increase understanding. In nursing, being a good communicator might mean that you know how to utilize patient-centered approaches to communicate difficult news to patients or clients in sensitive ways. In public health or exercise science, being a good communicator might mean understanding what set of approaches you need to take with clients to motivate them in order to make positive and sustained changes in their lives. All of these ideas now have something much more specific to define and to describe. It's not just about communication. It's now a specific aspect of communication that's unique to you and your experience. Next, you would need to consider why this specific skill set is important to your field. For example, what happens if you don't possess this specific skill set? Are there consequences if you do this poorly? Is someone impacted by this, and how? Answering these questions and providing more context is a fantastic way to take something general and turn it into something more unique to you.